James, congratulations on another year at the club. Just talk us through your thoughts as to why and your sort of emotions now you sit here as another year gone.
No, I'm absolutely delighted. I've spoke with the manager and Sean from kind of January, but I think the main thing, I think everyone's focus has been obviously the club and getting into the cup final, like obviously the league, and focus on that. And obviously I've been here a long time, so I knew I wanted to keep playing. It was always going to just come down to the club. So no, I'm delighted to have it. To obviously agreed it and stay here for another year, and hopefully I can just keep helping the team and keep contributing and keep fighting for trophies.
Is it at these moments that you look back and you think you've done it all here, and you've got to get a bit more reflective of your career and whatnot?
Aye, definitely. I think maybe a couple of years ago when it was kind of, I was like, I get left out a few squads for the first time in my career, and it was obviously no nice, and I didn't know what was going to happen. But I think really since then I've really enjoyed it. I've tried to really enjoy every day, and as I said, like for Celtic, you're going every competition you're expected to do well. The pressure's on you all the time, and I think when I finish, whenever I do finish, I will miss that side of it. And as I said, I'm here for another year, so just obviously focus on the remainder of this season and then can look forward to next season as well.
Have you put an end point on your career now that you've got another year?
No, I think in January and that, when I was thinking about like what would happen next season, I think I knew I'm going to be 35 in the summer. I knew I've had a great time here. It's been so many highs, and as I said, I'm just delighted that will take me to just before I'm 36. So as I said, I think I can think about that next season. I'm just delighted to get that over the line, and as I said, the main thing is to help the team and help the club for another year.
When you first stepped onto that pitch against Motherwell all the years ago, would you believe that you've become this not only legend to the club but also been here a one club man?
No, I think in football, there's so many twists and turns. You never know what's going to happen like the next week. So not to obviously come through the youth here and play so many games for Celtic and win so many things, it's been unbelievable. And I think the last couple of years I've obviously took notice when you tell us like what stats and what records you break, and that is good hearing. But hopefully there's a couple more to come, and I can once I do retire, I can like sit down and proper take it all in.
How did you react to being left out of the squad?
Well, obviously, it wasn't great. It's like kind of the first kind of time it happened in my career. I think it was when Brendan came back. I think it was like maybe 3 or 4 squads, and it wasn't nice. It was like maybe 5 or 6. It was like training here on a match day, but I still felt like I could contribute and help the team. But I think every player's got their own wee story. Like sometimes like not everything goes like plain sailing. So like you do need to fight to get back in the team. Boys were doing well at the time, and it took maybe I think maybe Yang got suspended and Palmer at the time got injured, and then you get back in, and not kind of no look back like for that wee kind of spell there. But as I said, it's no just happened to me. It's happened to kind of loads of players you see. Like you kind of need wee breaks at times, and you just need to be ready to take them. And obviously that kind of wee spell, I think it was maybe like 3 weeks, 4 weeks, and it wasn't great, but I think it's made me really appreciate the last couple of years since then.
Did you go knocking on Brendan's door for an explanation?
I spoke to him a couple of times, but I think maybe that showed him as well that like that I was still here and still ready to play and ready to fight for my place. And I think for a manager, it's probably a good thing. You maybe don't want players just here for the sake of it and no want to fight and push the ones that are playing. So no, I think, as I said, I've always seen it here as well. Like we've got so many players, 20, 25 players, international players, and you're always needing to fight for your place like throughout my full career as well. So I think for a manager, that's probably what he wants every day in training. Like boys are fighting for places, so it's I think that's a good thing for the manager.
In terms of Scotland ambitions, has that ship sailed for you, do you think, or do you still have them?
Yeah, I've got a good relationship with the manager, but they've done really well. Obviously done really well qualifying, and I've never shut the door to that. I think I've always said that, but definitely the main thing, the main focus is obviously playing and helping and contributing for Celtic. And I think I've always said that throughout my career. Like if you do well for your club, and obviously Celtic's it's such a big club. You're playing in Europe. You're playing for trophies. So I think when you're playing at Celtic, players always get recognised for Scotland. But as I said, no, the main thing is definitely Celtic.
Having your contract sorted, do you think that could be a help between now and the end of the season, that you maybe not got that distraction or thoughts about your future?
No, I think maybe in the past, maybe it would have been, but I think obviously because I'm older and I'm just desperate to help the club like succeed for the last 4 weeks of the season. So no, to be honest, no, but obviously it is a good boost. I'm obviously buzzing, delighted that I have like signed on for another year, and said that I love it every day here. So that's a big thing. But no, to be honest, I think even if it was done at the end of the season, I think my focus was in helping the club try and get trophies before the end of the season.
The manager spoke publicly after the game on Sunday, saying that he wanted you to stay for another year. Did that spark what's happened in the last week and maybe advance things, or was it already well down the line?
To be honest, it was near enough already done. I think the manager and Sean did speak in January, and they said towards the end of the season it will get done, and didn't really need to speak about it again. I think I've been here a long time. I've said I don't want to go anywhere else, so they kind of knew where I was at with that as well. But obviously, I think after the cup semi, it was like kind of feel good and stuff like that. But it was already. I think it was going to happen anyway. But obviously, it's a good week to get it done.
How much do you appreciate hearing that from another club legend, him coming out and saying that he wants you to have the opportunity to finish your career here if that's what you want to do?
No, it's great to hear, and I think obviously he's had 2 spells here in like this season, and I'd never met him before, so it's obviously great to. I've worked under so many great managers. Like you see so many like ex-players and that, you meet them like throughout my time here and that as well, and I've never came across them, but I think it's great for me and then other boys to have worked with him. Like he's got so much experience, so I think everyone in the change room, like definitely the fans and that, if they want, hopefully we can give the manager a good end to the season.
Was that the easiest contract extension you've ever signed?
Aye, to be fair, to be honest, it was, as I said, it's probably easy for the club. It was, they asked if I wanted to keep playing another year, and I feel as though like I've contributed at times this season, and they obviously see like they've signed players in my position in last summer and January and that as well, and I feel as though like I'm still competitive, like I try to play as well, so it's definitely no sentimental one. I feel as though like still contribute, still training hard and still working to help the team. So but no, in my terms it was never what to go anywhere else. It would have been a decision what to do if the club never, but it was great to get it done.
We saw the impact that you had in extra time at the weekend. Do you feel that you're more than capable, given the opportunities over the next few games in the league and the Scottish Cup final, that you can do similar again?
No, definitely. I think at times this season I've come on, I've helped, and I think I've been there like to try to push the lads on that like playing my position. I think they've done really well. So obviously we've got 5 league games, we've got the cup final as well. So whatever the manager decides, I'll be there, and hopefully I can make an impact and help the team.
Callum was talking yesterday about his own future and how he'll stay as long as the club and the board match his ambition. Is that something you agree with? Do you think this summer has to be one that's really ambitious and moving the club forward, potentially going into your last couple of years?
Aye, I think my time here, I think that the club's always, I think they've always pushed for that. They've always tried to get signings in and to get players in, and no, like understand what Cal's saying. He's competitive. He wants to win things, and he's desperate. He lives and breathes Celtic. He loves it, and he wants the best for Celtic as well. So I think that's what he's saying is coming from a good place. And as I said, everyone backs what he's saying. I think everyone in the club, hopefully for now at the end of the season, we stick together. And as I said, we can focus on like next season, like come kind of pre-season.